Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of the Wishful Podcast. This is your host, JOMAR. Today is June 16th. It's a Tuesday. I know y'all used to me recording Monday and uploading this stuff at night. But I have a new career path, so I'm still gonna try my absolute hardest to continue this. But wasn't able to do it last night, so here we go. And it's actually early. You can see here that the sun is out. The sun is still out. It's 8:13 my time. It's not your time, but it's my time. It's 8:13 my time. So here we go. First thing first. This is June. This is Men's Mental Health Month. And I don't know who comes up with this stuff. Like, who gets to say that this gets to be this month of? Like, is it a committee of people that just sit down and they have like all 12 months? Okay, well, June doesn't have anything in it. We can put this here in June. Or maybe we can put this in September. We can make September this month. We can make this month this month. Like, why we can't celebrate this stuff every month? Like, you just, do you forget? I mean, I'm just asking a question. Like, again, this is Men's Mental Health Month. So come July, do we just not care about men's mental health anymore? We just go back to, Jews lying. Is that what we do? February is Black History Month. Come March, we just forget? I mean, just asking a question, just asking a question. Men's mental health. Again, it's mental health need to be for everybody. It don't need to necessarily be for men. Mental health, period, for adults, teenagers, kids, older people, need to be a year-round thing. Where's that committee? Where's the year-round committee? Anyway, on my social media feed, I have been noticing nothing of Juneteenth. Nobody's been mentioning that, again, on my social media feeds. And nobody's been talking about Father's Day either, which is coming up this weekend. Both of which are this weekend. And unacceptable. We going to talk about it. I'm going to have an episode ready for y'all next Monday or Tuesday or, next time I'm able to actually record. Yeah, we gonna get that taken care of as well, because we need that needs to be talked about as well. Yeah, ain't no mention of that. So we gonna go into no, I'm gonna go back. The Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers. Make sure I say that right so I don't get muted or nothing on no social media platform. Knickerbockers. New York Knicks. The Knicks won the championship. I'm not a basketball follower. I'll look at it if it's on. I won't watch it, but I'll look at it if it's on. Hope that didn't go over your head. But they won, and I wanted them to win once I found out that they were in the championship, in the playoffs championship. Simply because I do know this much as well. I know that the Knicks haven't won in quite some time. And I looked it up. The last time the Knicks won was in 1970 and in 1973. And here it is, 2026. So there you go. They played the Spurs however many times. I think 4 or 5 times. I think it was 4-1. So it's pretty much a sweep. I know the Spurs have been more than the Knicks have. So again, big up to the Knicks if you're a Knicks fan. Yeah. And I've seen people talk about Spike Lee, saying that Spike Lee should get something. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not a representative for the team or any of that. If you get something, you get something. If you don't, I understand. But yeah, get that man something. Get that man a ring. That man been advocating for the Knicks. I know that too. Been advocating for the Knicks for the longest. Like, get that man that. Did y'all know that today is also Tupac Shakur's, Mr. Pac, Tupac Machiavelli. Today is his birthday. He would have been 55 years old. And that's not even old for real. It's not. 55. He's a little bit older than I am. Y'all know my age. Y'all should know. If not, shame on y'all. My birthday is coming up next month on the 3rd. That's a Friday. Cancer season is coming. Cancer season is coming. But yeah, today's Pac's birthday. He would have been 55. He's clearly a Gemini, and he's a classic. I'm doing a quote fingers. Classic case Gemini, as I guess people would say. And you know, that is what it is. Cancer season's coming. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone, Pop Pac. I'm gonna leave that alone. I kind of found out also, social media wise, that Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, supposed to be doing an they're supposed to be fighting. It's gonna be one of them fake fights. It's an expedition. It's not expedition. Expedition is not the word. Exhibition. Expedition is the vehicle. Expedition. It's not a. It's more than that. It's other terms. Damn, I forgot. Damn. Sorry, y'all. I had a long day at work. I've been up a long time. Yeah. So them two supposed to be fighting. If y'all don't know, I think most people do know at least who Mike Tyson is. These are two different weight classes here. Tyson, of course, is heavyweight, and Floyd Mayweather is a welterweight. Basically, it's about a 80-pound difference. Tyson is coming in at 5'10". Mayweather is 5'8". Again, you could look at the two. You've seen him at some point in time in your life, and it's just like, yeah, that's a lot. 80 pounds is a whole lot. That's especially when it comes to something like that. But this ain't the same Tyson that that everybody know. Not saying that he can't fight. I'm not about to stand up and get in his face and do all that. I'm cool. I'm on either or. I'm cool. Mayweather ain't gonna let you hit him anyway. So you got that. Tyson just gonna get mad and you just gonna die. Just I hope you got your affairs together. You sign your will and everything. You gonna go do all that. You gonna go step to Tyson. Yeah, that's CTE guaranteed. Just have the hospital bed. Just have the IV. The people right next to you. Just bop, he hit him. Hold on, let me give me his arm. They just stick the stuff in your arm. The what they call it, the needle, the line. Get the lines and stuff going. Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't fighting him. We gonna come to a mutual agreement on whatever it is. That's what we gonna do. But that's supposed to happen. Actually, I did. My bad. I know about this, but it was supposed to happen earlier this year in the spring, but Tyson had hurt his hand. He showed it. I remember that. So they postponed it to later this year. Again, y'all have to forgive me. I've been up for a very long time. Today, my new career path, it's quite different. I may do a mini video on that and release that as a YouTube short or something. I don't think that's podcast worthy. I don't think it is. But here we are with the thing that happened over the weekend. So Trump decided to have a UFC fight on the White House's South Lawn. I don't care about the direction of where it is, the South Lawn, northeast. He had it at the White House in front, in the grass. He had it there. The people came, set up the stage, and it was about 4,000, 5,000 people there. And they did what they did, and it was Trump's 80th birthday as well. I think they postponed it. They basically had it that day so it could be on his birthday to also commemorate the 250th something of America. I don't. Y'all know why I'm not about to get into that. That's a whole history lesson in itself. Not about to do that. But that happened, and the winner of the event, Josh Hoggett, I watched it. I had to go find it on YouTube, and I watched him. I didn't watch I probably need to watch the fight because I'm kind of curious now. Dude, he's not too smart. I'm not gonna say he don't seem too smart. Josh isn't too smart, or maybe he is smart and he just doesn't care, or he feels that he's a UFC fighter and who are you to tell him anything and you can't beat him. You know, there's people like that in the world that feel like, hey, you can't beat me, so I'm going to say and do what I want. Maybe he feels that way. I don't know. But, it's always somebody bigger than you. It's always somebody better than you. We know that. But this dude, he, and I say that just by looking at the post-fight interview or whatever it's called. Joe Rogan holding a microphone. And I'm listening to him, and he got this big smile on his face. Yeah, and so, and so, and so, and so. And this, and the shawarma, mama, and, whatever he said. Then he said the last thing about Michelle Obama. And I'm sorry, y'all. Michelle Obama's a man. Don't you agree, America? Clearly, I think in his mind, he tried to make everything that he said rhyme. I think that's what he wanted it to do, and he tried to make everything rhyme and tried to do it that way. I don't think he was thinking about. Then again, maybe he was. I don't know. I don't know, dude. And no, we're not gonna do that, bro. You're not gonna do that. Joe Rogan. Well, I think it was live TV. I think, and I mean that's the thing with live TV. You can't. You can't censor it. He said what he said. There's no bleeping it out. There's no nothing. He said what he said. You could have thrown a microphone at him. You could have did something. Somebody could have clipped him, and hit him with an elbow on the way down. Clipped him, boop, bow. Hit him with one of them. Just saying. Could have did that. But for you to sit here and say that Michelle Obama is a man, what is the thought process behind that? Like, what did she do to you? What did this lady did she wake up? Did Michelle Obama wake up and just like, he like Fruit Loops? So let me go ahead and I'm going to piss in his cereal. I'm going to give him a nice, nasty malt liquor, beer drinking, one of them old nasty pisses. I'm going to just piss all in his cereal. Maybe that's what happened. And maybe he just like, nah, I'm going to get on live TV and I'm going to say this. I don't know what happened. No, that didn't happen. Clearly it didn't happen. I hope y'all can tell that was a joke. That was a joke. It didn't happen. What this lady did to you. The Obamas have not been in office in quite some time. For you to still be bringing this lady up. Why? What did she do to you? Barack probably heard that, was like, all right, I got something for him. Give me about 3 minutes. Give me about 3 minutes to him. Obama probably got on there, called to his Secret Service people, hey, get the car ready. Go ahead, get the car ready. We finna take a little drive. You probably, hey, let's meet up right here. What you say about my wife, bro? And action would have happened. Just like it did with the whole thing in the I can't remember what it was in Kentucky at the boat thing. That whole thing. The black guy threw his hat off, And everybody just started fighting and chairs were thrown. That whole thing, y'all remember that black folding chair? That part. That's what it should be. Barack Obama should have showed up at Dual House with a black folding chair and had Secret Service out there with everybody. The arms fold up like, yeah, that what should have happened. And everybody would have just went to work on him. You next time you see Josh, whatever his last name is, he gonna be holding his eye. He gonna be all wobbly. Teeth gonna be missing and stuff, swolled up and boop, boop, boop. Like, damn, what happened? He fell on some steps. I think he hit his. I think he slipped and walked into the the closet door. I think that's what happened. He all messed up and everything. That's what should have happened. Again, I don't have those type of connections to do that. It's just my opinion. It should have happened. For real. You're going to sit there and say that. And I looked it up. I looked into him. He also made a comment about Brittany. Who was it? Brittany Grenier. I feel like I said her last name wrong. I don't think I ever could pronounce that name, her last name. He made a comment about that too. So this dude seems to be a sexist. He wants to go around calling women men. Okay. You're going to get your ass kicked by a woman. Just know that. I genuinely hope it happened. I do. I hope it happened. Genuinely. Get your ass kicked by a woman. Man, my throat hurt. One of the other reasons why I didn't record last night, here where I live in the great state of Ohio, great big smile, the weather tends to do this thing where you will get opposite seasons within usually a couple of hours or within the next day. How you order something and you be like, hey, you can get it tomorrow. That's how the weather is. One day you might get the weather might be 87 degrees, just nice and hot, 91 degrees, hot. And tomorrow it might drop down to like 78 degrees, 60s, the lows in the 50s, something like that. I can't, my body, it's like, hey, bro, look, I don't know what you need to do. You need to talk to somebody so they can fix the weather. I keep telling y'all, Mother Nature needs a man. We can't be doing this. And the people here just laugh at it. Ha, 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 ha. That's just how it is here. Nah, bro. Nah. I'm going back. I'm like the birds. I'm flying back south. I need my south. I miss my New Orleans weather. I don't care what nobody say. You could talk about the humidity and all you want about the South or New Orleans. One thing I know, either it's gonna be hot or it's gonna be cold. It ain't both of them. And me living here, my definition of cold has been redefined. People in New Orleans' definition of cold is about 50 degrees, 45 degrees. And that is true. You can ask anybody from the South, they will tell you the same thing. They're going to be bundled up. Up here where I live now, great state of Ohio, notice the big smile on my face. To my audio listeners, I'm not smiling at all. Not smiling at all. 45 degrees here. You probably going to have a hoodie on and you might have on some shorts. That's what people tend to wear here. Temperatures do drop into the singles. You might get a lot of wind chill, which is going to drop that into the negatives. But that's cold. That's cold compared to 50 something degrees. People laughed at me, and they kind of still do. Well, not they don't no more because I had to learn how to dress to live here. And I'm gonna be the first to tell you, ain't nobody got time for it. Nobody got time for the weather at all. I keep telling y'all, we need to start a GoFundMe for Mother Nature so we can make her happy, and we could get a little bit more normalcy to the weather. So how about that? Y'all with me? Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm about to get this started. I feel like It's like the movie Deliver Us from Eva. Yeah, we got to make her happy so she can leave us alone. We got to make Mother Nature happy because this is absolute foolishness. Yeah, I can't. My sinus pressures is going up and down. I got dizzy. It's nah, bro. Check engine light coming on and everything. I can't, man. I can't. It's just no. I'm not gonna go into that. This is also what I'm going to start doing. I have recorded an episode. I'm going to start getting some episodes recorded for you guys. And starting in July, I'm going to change up my format a little bit more. So, again, I know I've talked about these episodes, the AI episode and the more specific single subject episodes. Some have been recorded already. But I'm going to roll out with them in July. I'm going to give it a give y'all time, give y'all these smaller, shorter episodes. And we're going to switch formats. We're going to try the longer format. We about to get into it and do these things. I may have to slow down with my uploads because, again, my job, I'm not working specific set of hours. I might have to be there at 7 a.m. and the next day might be a couple of hours later, or I might stay till, this time to 7 p.m. So my schedule is going to vary. It's like I'm working all hours of the day. Good thing is, at least the place I work at, they close at 7 o'clock, which is fine, but, So once I try to get a more stable work schedule, I could try to do that. And even if I have to slow down to 2 single subject episodes per month, I'm going to make sure that they're worth it. It's not going to be no 15 minutes of me talking about this. I'm going to try my best to give you, what it is. So be on the lookout for that in the month of July. Cancer season. Yeah. Cancer season. Remember that. July 3rd. I hope y'all got me. It's a Friday. I accept all forms of payment. All of them. You got 25 cents. Hey, that's cool. If you can make a nifty paper airplane, that's cool too. Just put a J on inside that thing. Nah, I'm cool. I don't know. I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing at all. But again, I got people that's been rocking with me. I got people that actually let me know that they listened to the episode. Like, man, I listened to the last episode and so. And I'm going to forever be thankful to y'all people, for making me the #1 podcast in all of the world. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no me. I mean, I'd still be here, but, podcast thing, nah. So I thank y'all so very much. This is to all my listeners, to all my viewers, to everybody. I can't, and I'm gonna have to start giving people shouts out. Well, I'm gonna have to ask these people if they want me to shout them out before I start doing it. So I'm gonna say that. Yeah. With that being said, also, I'm gonna change some stuff up as well. Before I forget, if you know someone or if you yourself have a clothing brand or anything like that, if you have a custom an embroidery, I feel like that's how you say it. If you have that type of business, the hat, anything, t-shirt, if you make clothing or fashion bits, if you would like me to fashion any of these things, if y'all could see me in a specific type of t-shirt, y'all make collared t-shirts or button-down t-shirts, Instead of seeing me in these old solid color shirts, you like, hey man, I got something for you. Or, we could do this way. Definitely. We could definitely collab and we could go that way. I will completely, and that's another reason why y'all kind of see me from head up, because, this solid color shirts. I would much rather deal with a black owned business person than to have on a polo shirt or something like that. Y'all, I feel like I shouldn't even need to say that, but that's that. Or to put on a hat. If it's somebody that's like, hey, I could draw this up and I could make this design for you, to Wishful Podcast, and you could put it on a hat or a scarf or some gloves or whatever. Hey, get at me. We could do this. Yeah, ain't nothing to it but to do it. I know there's people out here that can do that. So I need y'all to go ahead and forward that message to these people so we could get this going. Y'all know me. I'm all about us. I'm all about helping us out. This is how we get things out. If it's 2 or 3 people, hey, I got a shirt. Tyrone got a shirt. Duke over here got a shirt. Bojack got a shirt. That's what, 4 people right there. I could wear the shirt, and that's the people that's gonna see it. That's business. We help each other. It's just that simple. We help each other. That's what we got to do. That's what we don't do. So with that being said, you can find the Wishful Podcast on YouTube for your viewing pleasures. You can find the Wishful Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon for your listening pleasures. Also, to my Apple Podcast people, it's almost available to where I can put video on Apple Podcasts. I'm not going to opt to do that. I'm going to continue keeping my Apple Podcasts audio only. And, that's a personal decision. But if it comes to that point, then it comes to that point. We'll circle back around and revisit it. If you follow me on social media, if you choose to follow me on social media, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok. You find me on Instagram. You can find me on Threads as well. I don't post as much on X simply because a lot of my videos are longer than their requirements. I think to post on X, the video has to be it's short. It's like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. And I'm not about to sit here and do that. If I do that, it's going to be specifically for just that. It won't come from this podcast and cut down into a short. It'll be something different. So, with that being said, thank you for choosing the Wishful Podcast. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Oh, man. You get bonus points if you know what movie that come from. All I'm going to say is this movie came out in the 90s and it has animals in it. It deals with the Miami Dolphins. And I'll leave it at that. All right, y'all.